Greetings, everybody. It's Jim, and I am glad to say that I am 70 to 80% done with my next gaming project, far enough along that I can say, let's start the Kickstarter next week. Okay. All I got to do is make sure the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, and maybe improve a little bit on the graphics here and there, but yet staying in the realm of what in the theme of what I'm trying to recreate. Okay, so what am I trying to recreate? Well, that's what this video is going to be talking about, because as we all know, I've been going crazy about the micro games for the last few months. I mean, I've gotten so many of the regular micro games for metagaming, Black Hole, Dimension Demons, Lords of Underearth. I mean, come on, who doesn't want to play that just by looking at the cover? They say you can't judge a book by its cover, but you sure would buy one because of it. But I've also expanded to see the other kind of micro games that were actually out at the time. We have SPI with Stargate and Vulcanberg Castle from Task Force Games. They both had lines of games, and they were a little bit bigger than the micro games. Okay, they were 5.5 by 5.5 by 8.5 tall. So basically a piece of paper folded. So it's a booklet form, still small enough, just like, and transportable, just like the metagaming line. But I want to keep in that feel, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. So anyway, today I'm going to be talking to you about my micro game that's launching on next Kickstarter next week, and that is Triads. Now, Triads follows in the footsteps of its predecessors by being a lunch break style game, something you can set up, play, and put away, all within the span of 30 to 45 minutes, okay? And the rules are very concise. It's only 4 pages of rules. I am using the SPI capsule game format, so the rules are a sheet of paper like 8.5 by 5 and 5, okay? It's basically 2 sheets of paper, regular sheets of paper. And I chose this one because I love the SPI style in general. Okay, the color schemes, it gives me, I guess that's maybe a nostalgia thing, but I just like it. Okay, and it was a little bit easier to produce. I was thinking about making a physical version at one point, and I was trying to do the micro game lines, but those booklets are hard to find to print. However, the 8.5 by 5.5 is very easy. It's just a ledger sized piece of paper folded in a French fold. That's it. Simple enough, and the map works the same way. So I kind of really like this format, giving you a little bit of extra room to work with. And also, everybody's going to be able to print it at home. That's a big thing, since it is a PDF game. If I printed the micro game, I'd actually have to make a booklet really weird to make it very small like that. This will allow you to print it out on your home printer, a few pieces of ledger paper that anybody can find. Maybe you can get it at the office. It's only 2 pages long, so it's not a big deal. Even the map is a ledger page, so that makes it very convenient for you. So with a name like Triads, it shouldn't be a surprise to hear that you're going to be working in groups of 3, right? So that's what's happening here. These squads of 3 mechs are called Triads, and the pilots are cybernetically attuned to each other, so when they fire at the same target, they get a significant bonus. All right, so some of the strategy of the game is to knock off at least one member of a Triad so they don't get that ability anymore. Okay, so you might have 2 targets over here that were very juicy. This one might not be as juicy, but it's part of a full triad, and you might want to take it out. Now, here's something you're really going to enjoy. Not only did I hit the Wayback Machine in 1980 to recreate the fonts, the themes, and the color palettes, and the size and everything, I'm also doing the same thing with the price structure. For the basic set, it's only $1, and you'll get the basic rules, the map board, the Scout, the Warrior, and the Omega, all for $1, all printable on a ledger-sized paper that any printer can print. All right, and in the all-in version, for only $2 more, you get everything in the basic set, but you get the specialized mechs that add a little bit more to the game. You're going to get the jump mech, which is an offshoot of the light mech, of course. The command mech, an offshoot of the medium-sized mech, the warrior. And the missile mech, of course, is the alternative to the Omega. And all these have their own special rules and privileges, and that's for a whole whopping $3. Exactly what you would have paid in 1980 for a micro game. So anyway, guys, I've said enough to wet your whistle, I hope, and I hope to see you click that button to go ahead and say, notify me on launch, and I'll see you next week when we launch Triads on Kickstarter.